possibly Ireland, but I need to get
You
down
need
in
to
my
double-
market research. Yeah,
Need to double check that.
Absolutely.
So tell me, what's your podcast called?
It's called the Coffee and Heroes podcast. It is named so because my buddy owns an independent comic book shop in Belfast, and as a way, I guess, of promoting that store, we started the podcast, and it's taken on a life of its own. So in some ways the title doesn't really make a lot of sense, but
No. Well, even with this podcast, sometimes it's like, well, BTS Creative Academy, what's all that about? But for me, it started off as one thing, and it's become a different thing.
And what is that? What is that thing?
So the thing that it started as was, I was doing this in the beginning as some kind of idea of doing training courses for creative people. So writing, directing, acting, different things that I have experience in. But I quickly realised that I'm not necessarily the teacher, I'm the student.
Aren't we all?
Exactly. And I went on this journey of meeting more and more creative people and learning so much from them, and I'm having such a good time doing it. I'm like, no, the podcast itself is the thing.
Yeah, it's,
and a kind of the title still fits with it. Maybe there are some other students out there listening, people that are open to learning some stuff along the way. I think that's why we enjoy a podcast, don't we?
I think
we can get something from them, can't we?
I mean, the way we organise our content and the way, I guess, the comic industry works is that, every 3 months there's a previews catalogue comes out. So one of the pieces we do every month is a previews podcast, which discussing what's coming out in 3 months.
A bit of excitement.
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Generate a wee bit of excitement, amongst our listeners. Maybe they'll look at putting a book that's coming up on their pull list.
Yes. Yeah.
The other thing we do is a look back. So we review what came out the previous month and what we like. And I mean, the understanding is it's only our opinion, but there's also one of the things that we try to do is we'll talk about and elevate things that we like, but rather than be negative about things we don't like, we'll just not talk about those things, because there's so much negativity, I think, out there and on the internet that it's nice.
We need to be focusing on that positive side. Yeah.
And I mean, then the other thing, and maybe the coolest thing is we interview creators.
Okay.
Creative people, the writers and the artists and so forth in the industry, and what we have found is that they're very, very open. Really, really interested in talking to you and putting out what they're doing. And I mean, I guess that's part of what you're doing.
Exactly, yeah. And it's really interesting that this positive slant that you're trying to take, because a lot of the media has that negative slant out there, and